arm. Thank you for joining me today. This video is very emotional for me. I also don't feel very good today, so forgive me for not being super bubbly and stuff during this video. But it's a little bit difficult for me to talk about sometimes and trying to get all my thoughts together. So a couple times you see me taking notes or looking at my notes. But just bear with me through it, and thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more videos because I will have more coming. Lupus is an autoimmune disease that attacks healthy tissues. Basically, it turns your body against itself, and it, for lack of a better way of putting it, it basically tries to kill your body. It tries to kill you from the inside out. And it's different for each person what it attacks. Some people it's their heart, some people it's more of a skin issue, which is a certain kind of lupus. Some people it might attack lungs, it might attack a joint. For me, it has attacked my stomach. I'm sorry, I'm still fighting that cold and sounding nasally again. It has attacked my stomach and my digestive system, so I have a really hard time digesting things. I experience a lot of discomfort, like swelling in my stomach and pain, especially after eating, and none of that works right for me. But the lupus does that. It attacks healthy things and causes them to not work correctly and whatnot. And another thing you experience with lupus is rashes, stuff like that, which I have experienced. I also had a couple years where I went through acne really bad, but it wasn't the lupus that was causing it. It was actually a brain tumor that I have, which I will talk about in another video. Flu-like symptoms, so joint pain, just body pain, feeling really tired, fever. A lot of times you'll just have fever and chills for no apparent reason. And loss of appetite. Some people experience weight loss or weight gain. For me, for a while, I was experiencing weight loss because I couldn't eat, which was also stemming from the tumor that I have. And the tumor, from my understanding, talking to my doctors, apparently the tumor and lupus are connected. Like the lupus caused the tumor and the tumor affects the lupus or something like that. It's really confusing to try to figure it all out, how it all works and how it's connected, how it's not connected. It's a mess, but basically the tumor and the lupus just worsen the symptoms of each other, kind of a thing. And it's, yeah. So weight gain is not my issue. For some people it is, depending on what kind of lupus they have and what other issues they have along with the lupus, but for me that was not what I struggle with. Another thing is the muscle pain and joint pain. Your muscles will feel strained a lot and really tired. You feel like you can hardly move. And when you're really flaring, your joints can actually swell up and you can visually see swelling. And you can hardly move them, and it hurts to walk and stuff. Because for me, my knees and my ankles swell, and my wrists will do it too. But for walking, my ankles and knees I really struggle with that. But that's normally only if I'm flaring pretty bad, and every day you have pain. I mean, you're going to have pain. It just happens. Simple tasks like washing the dishes causes extreme pain and fatigue. I always have to sit down and just rest for like an hour or so after I do dishes because it takes so much out of me. And the same thing with any task like vacuuming. I mean, it causes a lot of pain. And if I'm lucky, it'll be bearable and I can just rest for a few minutes and then continue on. If I'm not, I could put me in bed for the rest of the day, maybe even a couple days. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. You can take pain medicine. Sometimes it helps. Sometimes it doesn't even touch it. Actually, you didn't even take anything. Sometimes resting helps. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes sitting there makes it worse and you just find no relief no matter what you do. Heat is one thing that normally helps me sometimes depending on how bad it is, but I can like lean up against a heating pad and get under a heated blanket and just kind of let the heat ease some of the pain. Cold is your worst enemy. It is awful. A lot of people, if you have swelling or something like that, they'll say, oh, put some ice on it. No, Oh no. When you have lupus, ice makes it 10 times worse. 10 times worse. It is awful. Because even though it's inflammation, ice is not what you want to go for. Heat is what you want to go for. And that's why during the winter, normally people with lupus hurt more. They're more tired. They just have a really hard time. Winter is just awful. I hate winter. It is so awful for me. I have a tendency to get kind of depressed in the winter because you're experiencing a lot more pain, more than usual, and just not feeling up to doing anything, and it eats on you, especially when you're a person who is very active, hard worker. You like to do things when you can't, and it seems like you cannot come out of it. You can't get any energy or strength. It eats on you. It eats on you hard. Or if it's rainy season, the rain, the storms really affect you. And I can't say that the pain got worse because I felt the last couple months that I just, even maybe longer than that, it's always hurt, but I just feel like I've been really worn down. I feel old. It's like I couldn't recover. After I get home from work and I'd sit down for a little while, whatever, I couldn't recover. And I'd take days and days and days, and I still just couldn't come out of the pain and the fatigue and the just not feeling up to doing anything. And I can't say that the pain got worse necessarily. I think I just am tired. When you're in pain constantly or almost constantly for so long, it wears on you, and so it makes it feel like it's getting worse when really you're just tired, and your body's worn down. I mean, it's fighting itself constantly every day just to survive. This is sensitivity to touch. A lot of times that's like a fibromyalgia thing. I have not been diagnosed with fibromyalgia, but I do have issues with that, especially when I'm flaring. Even just like touching myself, brushing myself across the knee or whatever, trying to brush, maybe I got something on me, I tried to brush it off, it hurts really bad. And shaving, I really struggle to shave, and that one's not so much for pain. I itch really bad. A lot of times I actually have to take medicine for that because the itching gets so bad, and it's just all these different sensors going off in your skin that shouldn't be going off, but they are because your brain is not telling it not to go off. I don't shave unless I have to, and because it's unbearable at times. And so another thing is like light sensitivity, like to the sun. Your skin reacts to the sun really bad. I try to keep myself covered, especially my face. It seems like my face is the worst, but my arms, anything that's exposed to the sun for any long period of time, especially when it's really hot, it hurts so bad. It feels like it's on fire, and it'll last for a while, and it's really, really, really uncomfortable. And sometimes you might even have like a rash or something to go along with it. Sometimes it can send you into a complete flare. And when I'm talking about a flare, I'm meaning the whole joint pain, swelling, fatigue. I mean, just extreme symptoms. That's what I mean when I say a flare. And the sun can cause you to go into a flare. Stress is another enemy. It causes you to go into a flare. The slightest thing, you can just get worked up for a few minutes over something, and it can literally put you in bed for days. And even getting excited can do it, cause you to go into a flare. So I have to be careful, like if I'm excited about something, to not let myself get too excited. That's why I quit my job and am trying to make a go with the animals and stuff, because I enjoy the animals. They make me happy. And if you're not happy and you're not finding a purpose, you're not finding something that brings you joy, then you will go downhill very, very fast. And I felt like I was going there, and I just needed a change. I needed something positive, and so that's why I did that. And for anyone out there, I'm gonna start crying. I was trying not to cry during this video. For anyone out there who's struggling with lupus or any kind of autoimmune disease, I get you. I know a lot of people couldn't handle the pain and just not having any hope of getting better, and they have decided to take their lives. And I understand you. I get where you're coming from. If I didn't have Jesus and my hope in him, I don't know what I would have done, because when I was like 13 or 14, I literally was praying, asking the Lord to, if this is the way my life's going to be, if I'm going to have to live with this for the rest of my life, I don't want to be here. I'd rather you just take me home. And, you know, I can't say that I wanted to die necessarily. I was a 13, 14-year-old kid. You know, I had dreams. I wanted to live life and enjoy life, but I couldn't see a way of really enjoying life, and with the pain and suffering and everything that I went through. And I didn't want to have to deal with it the rest of my life, and I couldn't see a way of anything getting better. You know, doctors, there's no cure for lupus, and so you will have to live with it the rest of your life, most likely, unless the Lord decides to heal you, and if it's in his will to heal you. Medicine and stuff helps to control the symptoms to a point, but you never will be symptom free. Some people, I take it back, some people I've heard have gotten on medicine and stuff, and it has completely changed their life, and I am so happy for you. If that's you, you guys are in my prayers, and I'm so happy for you if that is you. For me, yes, it helps control some of the symptoms and makes it to where I can get through the day, but I still struggle really hard. So there's a little glimpse into what life with lupus is like, at least for me. I want to thank you for watching, and I want to say that I love you. I'm praying for you. If you're out there with autoimmune disease, please don't give up hope. Just keep trucking on, keep pushing, and keep praying, because having Jesus there next to you makes the biggest difference. So anyway, stay tuned for more videos.